When Brad and Jen met each other, he was just on the rebound. His heart had been broken colossally by Gwyneth. Not everyone remembers that. He was weeping. He was so down.
Brad was introduced to Jennifer by her agent, and I think both of them had said to him they were looking for a date, and he put them together.
When Brad Pitt first hooked up with Jennifer Aniston, we had in Jennifer arguably the most attractive female TV star, you know, sort of the sexiest TV star of the moment. And we had in Brad the sexiest film star of the moment. And it was like this perfect storm of celebrity love. And they had their wedding, and there were 200 guests, and it was on a bluff overlooking the beach in Malibu. And it was this fairy tale wedding, and these two people.
You're looking at about $100,000 in entertainment alone.
Brad and Jennifer's wedding was the stuff of Hollywood dreams. Malibu estate, $2 to $3 million, helicopters overhead. It was royalty.
When you look at his life, he's always sought out a real stable, monogamous relationship, and it seems to be that's what he's happiest in. That makes women want him even more because he just seems like so committed to the woman he's with, and he's so good looking. It's just enough to, you know, want to make you throw up.
The biggest surprise to me was how much I enjoy the everyday of it all.
It was almost like a Camelot of Hollywood, where they built it up to seem like they didn't have problems and they didn't have anything going on underneath. Meanwhile, we now know that they were making plans to separate for months and months before they actually announced it.
I think it began slowly, and it was hard to detect, even between them, because they were and are such good friends. I think somewhere along the line, they realized they're friends and not really partners.
Seeing Brad and Jen at a party, you would see that it really was the recipe for a breakup. He would be on one side of the room with his friends, she would be smoking on the other side with another. They would have nothing to do with each other throughout the whole party. And, you know, you saw this time and again until finally we now knew that there were problems. When Brad started working with Angelina Jolie on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, immediately rumors started buzzing that there was some sort of extramarital affair or something that went on because of the amazing chemistry between them, both from people on the set and in photos that came from paparazzi.
I do know that Brad and Angelina have said they didn't have an affair, but if you're talking with another woman in that intimate kind of way, that can also be a betrayal of sorts.
To see Brad with Angelina, you would never see a married man acting like that.
The divorce detectives are already out, you know. Were they ever really a good match together? And I think they were actually a great match, and I think that's why they will remain friends. They're not too much alike. Brad loves architecture, Jennifer loves margaritas. You know, it's like, in many ways, they're the best of buds, and I think they'll be that way for some time. Ocean's 12 was great and happening, but it was an ensemble cast. So can he carry something? Will Mr. and Mrs. Smith do well? It's a big question mark. Can he carry that matinee idol track record with mixed results in the past and a divorce now from America's Sweetheart?
He's looking into other things. Being the #1 movie star, it's kind of a been there, done that feeling for Brad. And he wants to try to spread out into different areas. And so he probably will. He'll probably pick up directing one day. He probably will go into a more hands-on approach to his work. But right now, it doesn't seem like his interest is that much on his film career as his life and building his life. And I think he did desperately want children, as he said, and want that family life. And now he's got to find someone else to explore that dream with and to make that dream come true with.
Brad is a very intelligent, articulate, eloquent man. He talks so passionately about movies, about working with directors, about other movies that he's seen, about working with other actors. He has his own production company that he's very hands-on in getting movies made, called Plan B. And he's passionate about politics.
And this event was a great equalizer, and I like to see people coming together and accepting each other for whatever our differences are. And we're getting to take the film tonight. We're on a plane to Turkey, and we're going to take the film to the troops. It's just great to be able to do something.
He's a tremendous follower of architecture, modern architecture, craftsman architecture. And this is not something that you see in earnest with a lot of Hollywood celebrities. You see sort of a lot of faux following of the arts. Brad's committed to architecture.
It's just this sense that you could sit down with him, have a cup of coffee, and have a conversation, and everything would be fine.
When Brad's films don't do so well at the box office, it doesn't seem to impact his status as a major movie star or as a celebrity. He's such a big star that he can survive those disappointments.
His initial stardom came from a female fan base, but that gave him the leverage to show what he could do as an actor.
Brad is really now being taken seriously as an actor, as a producer, as a businessman. He's made some incredible choices over the years, and I think that cumulative effect is finally cancelling out the perception of him as a pretty boy.
I'd have to say that I don't think he's done my favorite role yet. I think he's like Tom Cruise. I think he's an actor who is so steadfastly working on his craft right now and so serious and dedicated about being an actor that I don't think we have seen the best of Brad Pitt yet.
Give another shot, you mean boy.
Well, it's perfect. How's it for you, Jean-Claude? Good.
It's all worth it in some sense.